Which football should you never get signed in a paint pen? Stick around and find out. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Power Sports Memorabilia Show. I'm your host, Matt Powers. Thank you again for joining me. Don't forget to visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Also, give me a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. All right, well, we are talking all things autographed footballs today. At the end of this video, you will hopefully get a full understanding of what to get signed, what not to get signed, and how to get them signed. So we're going to make you a autographed football expert today. And there are essentially three main footballs that most collectors get autographed, and we're going to talk about each one of those today, what pen to get them signed in, where to get them signed, and a couple other key attributes that you should know about each item. So first off, let's talk about the main football that everyone likes to get signed, which is the NFL Authentic Football. This is the one you see with Roger Goodell on there. They also make these in the Super Bowl footballs as well. And they also call it a Duke football, so D-U-K-E, if you ever see that terminology, okay? These are all other footballs. These are the same ones that they use in the games. This is what everybody wants. They typically retail for $150+ depending on which one you're getting. The Super Bowl ones can sometimes be a little bit more expensive because they do kind of run out of stock. But these are the main ones. All leather, super nice football. You definitely got to have some of these in your collection. Typically, these are always signed in a silver paint pen. I would not do it in any other color or any other pen. You could do it in a silver Sharpie if you wanted to, but I typically like a broad silver paint pen. Now, broad meaning it's a little bit thicker of a tip than a standard paint pen. I like to do that just because it's a larger space for the athlete to sign, so it just allows for a larger autograph. Again, collectors really love to get these signed. I would typically get them done on the panel underneath the NFL or the Super Bowl logo. Now, of course, you can get them signed wherever you would like, but typically that is the main space to get it signed. That way you can see the NFL or the Super Bowl logo and the autograph at the same exact time when you are displaying the item. The second item that you see not as much getting signed, very rarely do you see these, but they are out there for the cheaper autographs. And this is the NFL Replica football, also known as the Supergrip. It's a synthetic leather, so not an all leather like the authentic football. But it does hold a very nice autograph. You can do it with a silver paint pen or a Sharpie, whatever you want. Again, I would always do a paint pen on these. And they typically retail for like about $30. So if you're doing a cheap guy or you're just going to training camp and you want to get some autographs on an NFL football, this is definitely the way to go. Very cheap alternative option to the first option of the authentic NFL football. Again, it's made with synthetic leather, and you want to get them signed typically in underneath the NFL logo on that panel, underneath that logo there. All right, the third one, and this is a popular one to get signed, and it's a little bit misleading of a football, I'll be honest. It's one of those ones, kind of like when you first start maybe dating someone and everything's going great, and then all of a sudden you realize towards the end it's like, wow, like this was a bad decision to date this person. This is kind of like what it is with these white panel footballs. You see them, they look great. The autograph really pops because it's a white panel football, so you can get a nice black autograph on there and it looks great. It's got the team logo on there, or sometimes they make them with the Super Bowl logos. And they call them the autograph footballs also. And they look sharp. They're cheap too. Most of these are going about $30. I mean, if we wanted to get some, we're here in Kansas City with the Chiefs logo and get Patrick Mahomes' autograph on there or Travis Kelce or something like that, they look great. But the problems start setting in about a year or two after you've had the football, or hopefully you gave it to someone else and it's now their problem. But I typically don't get these signed anymore. And the reason being is the pen color typically tends to change and fade over time on these pretty drastically and pretty quick. Now, it's made with a synthetic leather, and this is the football I'm talking about here that you just absolutely cannot get signed in a paint pen. It will never dry, it will smudge, it'll just look awful. So you must always get these signed in a Sharpie. Do not use any other pen. All right, I'm being serious. Do not use any other pen. Sharpie only. These are cool, man. Again, they're cool looking footballs. If I was doing inscriptions on them, I typically get them signed to the left of the logo and then get the inscription to the right of the logo. Some people like to get them signed on the panel underneath the logo. For me personally, though, it allows for a nice autograph to the left or to the right. So I typically get them signed to the left or the right of the logo. But these are great for cheap autographs, or again, if you're going to training camp and you want to get a whole bunch of guys on a football and you're not really invested into the piece with a whole bunch of money. But I would probably not get an expensive autograph like a Patrick Mahomes on this football, meaning like in a year or two, this autograph is going to start fading. It's going to change colors. Typically the black I've seen turn into like a purplish color. So it's just not a great long-term football. But they are very, very cool. And I would not tell you not to get them done because I do like them a lot, but just know what it's going to look like in a year or two and just be prepared for that. So if you like them, get them done. But as long as you know the information, feel free to buy what you like there. But these are the three main footballs. Again, there are other footballs that people really like to collect. I would say out of the three on this list, if I were in your shoes, I would definitely be getting the authentic NFL football. Particularly the Super Bowl ones. If you get a Super Bowl MVP on a Super Bowl authentic logo football, oh, they are just dynamite. They hold a nice autograph, and they really, really pop with that silver paint pen. So hopefully this clears the air on what to get with the autographed footballs. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Again, don't forget to visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com, and also give me a follow over there on Instagram @PowersAutographs. And I will see you on the next episode.